Hi guys, it's reaction time. We got Crashdiet and Satizfaction. Satizfaction with a Z. Obviously, got to be sleaze, isn't it? They're going for that sleaze. And I've heard through the grapevine that is what, they're going back to the origins, I suppose, of Crashdiet. One thing about Crashdiet, though, they were always really melodic. I mean, sometimes when you look at sleaze or think about sleaze music, it isn't always the most melodic. But they've always had that at the same time. I mean, I'm a massive fan of the last album, I've got to say, but but things move on, don't they? And that last album was one of my favourites of the year. But they definitely headed in a different sort of, direction in general, more towards, Eclipse, Heat, that sort of, stuff, rather than the, sleaze that they sort of started with. So interesting to hear, a new song, new singer, of course. Yeah, just excited to hear what we're going to get. And like I said, they're promising that they're going to go back to that. Whether that's my thing or not, I don't know. Because like I said, that the last album for me was just wow. I loved everything about it. So interesting to hear this new one. This is Crashdiet. This is Satizfaction. Chris asked for this one. Chris Moran. I think a couple of other people as well. So looking forward to hearing it. Here we go. I like it. I don't love it. It's man, it's difficult because I can tell that probably for Crashdiet fans, this would be exactly what they want. Return to their roots, if you like. It's very stripped back. It's almost more raw, punky sort of sounding and sleazy, of course. So they've definitely gone for that sleaze sort of, and the vocalist as well, of course, gives it that more sleaze feel. I think the last vocalist is Gabriel something. He really, it was more along the lines of a slight bit of sleaze in his voice, but more along the lines of the melodic hard rock, if you like, sort of vocal. So that ups it to more of a sleaze song altogether as well because of the vocals altogether. Very stripped back, very raw sounding, I would say. Now whether it's just, for me, I just preferred, them, on that last album. I'm not saying all the album's going to, by the way, this isn't a bad song. It's doing exactly, I suppose, what they're aiming to do, which is, you know, this sort of, you know, dangerous sort of sound, which it is. It's very dangerous, very sleazy. They're doing, if that's what they're aiming for, they've nailed it. You know, it's just whether or you guys like it or not, isn't it? But I sort of prefer that more cleaner sort of, you know, anthemic sort of choruses and stuff like that. Because I've got to say, though, that they were always, even from the early stages, they were very anthemic and catchy and melodic. I feel that they're missing some of that on this song. But it doesn't mean to say it's not a bad start. It's just, I suppose it's more of a taste thing than anything. But yeah, it's all right. It's all right, but it's not what I want from Crashdiet. And I'm probably not, seeing as I want more of their latter stuff, I'm probably not the one to ask, am I? So, if that makes any sense. But it is all about taste. But man, they're good at what they do, aren't they? But it almost feels like it could be like a band's debut album rather than them honing their skills going on. But that's just my opinion. I'm probably going to upset lots of Crashdiet fans now. But here we go for the rest. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just doing what it is. It's got that sort of that sleaze energy, if you like. You know, it's definitely going for that. If they want to nail that, they've nailed it for sure. Whether it's a bit of me or not is a different matter. I mean, like I said, I think that blew me away, the last album. And for me, and this is going to sound weird for all you Crashdiet fans, it's probably my favourite Crashdiet album, the last one. So you can see that, you know, more my taste, if you like. But man, it's great for what it is. It's a stomping track, and I'm sure it will please lots of Crashdiet fans. The album's called Art of Chaos, which is out, I can't remember the date now, but man, I'm sure a lot of Crashdiet fans will really be looking forward to that. Just for me, just not the direction I like them being in, but I'm sure they know exactly what they're all about, and all the fans do as well. So let me know what you think of it in the comments below, though, guys. See you soon.